What if I told you that the drink you're sipping right now might be older than the pyramids? That's right, beer, one of humanity's favorite beverages, has a history that stretches back thousands of years, connecting ancient civilizations, sacred rituals, and even scientific breakthroughs. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating story of beer, from its accidental discovery to its role in shaping modern society. So, grab a pint and let's raise a glass to history. Our journey begins around 7,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent, modern-day Iran, Iraq, and Syria. The first beers weren't brewed intentionally, they were happy accidents. Ancient farmers discovered that when grains like barley or wheat got wet and started to ferment, they produced a drinkable liquid that was both nutritious and, as they quickly realized, quite enjoyable. One of the earliest written references to beer comes from Mesopotamia in the form of a 4,000-year-old hymn to Ninkasi, the Sumerian goddess of beer. This hymn doubles as a recipe, offering a glimpse into the brewing techniques of the time. It's amazing to think how even then, humans were documenting their love for this golden drink. The process was simple yet effective. Barley was soaked in water, left to ferment, and then strained. While it may not have resembled the crystal-clear lagers we drink today, it was a nutritious source of calories and likely safer to drink than the water available at the time. The beer wasn't just a drink, it was a cornerstone of ancient civilization. In Egypt, beer was so essential that it was often used as currency. Workers who built the pyramids were paid in bread and beer. Imagine that, pyramid builders, fueled by liquid bread. The Egyptians brewed their beer in large ceramic vats and flavored it with ingredients like dates and herbs. It was a staple for all classes of society, from peasants to pharaohs. Even in death, beer accompanied them, as jars of it were placed in tombs for the afterlife. Meanwhile, in ancient Europe, beer took on a slightly different role. The Celts and Germans were particularly fond of brewing, often adding honey, fruits, and spices to their ales. For them, beer was more than sustenance. It was a connection to their gods and their communities. The beer was a symbol of hospitality and celebration, often consumed during rituals and communal gatherings. These traditions laid the groundwork for beer's enduring role in social bonding. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and beer production is booming, thanks in large part to monasteries. Monks perfected brewing techniques, introducing hops as a preservative and flavoring agent around the 9th century. This not only improved the taste, but also extended the shelf life of beer, making it a more reliable source of refreshment. Monasteries became brewing hubs, supplying beer to local communities and travelers. Monks experimented with different grains, water sources, and fermentation methods, often keeping meticulous records in their manuscripts. It's no exaggeration to say that monks laid the foundation for modern brewing as we know it. By this time, beer was not just a religious endeavor. Taverns and alehouses sprang up across Europe, becoming central gathering spots for people of all walks of life. Beer was a unifying force, a way to connect and unwind. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries brought about transformative changes in beer production. With the advent of steam power and refrigeration, breweries scaled up their operations, making beer more accessible and affordable than ever before. This period also saw scientific breakthroughs. In 1857, Louis Pasteur identified yeast as the key agent in fermentation, revolutionizing brewing techniques. Pasteur's work ensured consistency and quality, paving the way for the global beer market we see today. Beer also became a staple of working-class life, with pubs serving as important social hubs. Whether celebrating a victory or commiserating over hardships, beer was there to mark the occasion. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. In the early 20th century, the temperance movement led to prohibition in the United States, which nearly destroyed the beer industry. Brewers had to get creative, producing non-alcoholic near beers and diversifying into other industries. After Prohibition, beer made a strong comeback, becoming a symbol of relaxation and camaraderie. The post-World War II era saw the rise of mass-produced lagers and the iconic beer brands we recognize today. And then came the craft beer revolution of the late 20th century. Small, independent breweries began experimenting with style, flavor, and brewing technique, creating a vibrant and diverse beer culture. Today, the beer world is more diverse than ever. From hazy IPAs to barrel-aged stouts, there's a style for every palate. Beer has transcended its humble origins to become a global phenomenon. From ancient clay pots to sleek steel tanks, beer has been a constant companion on humanity's journey through history. It's a testament to our ingenuity, creativity, and desire to come together and share something special. So the next time you raise a glass, remember, you're sipping on 7,000 years of history. Cheers.